if this guy, right, who thinks that they're like a celebrity on this platform, on this YouTube like thing, they actually think that, right? Now, they're well known for whatever reasons, but they're not like, they have to like pay for subs and pay for views and bots and all sorts of shit. It's weird because you don't see people like any of those big YouTubers out there. You don't see them. Well, they might, you never know, but I doubt it because it's actual live chatter in their chat box and shit, right? So in his chat box, it's probably like the same 10 people with 200 people in the box, right? So it's like, so basically you have 10 people who know how to speak and the rest are just mutes, or 190 of these people are just listening or driving when they're, no, come on, get the fuck out of here, right? A lot of those, what do you call it? A lot of those 190 people that are doing it are actively probably thinking of ways to like get this guy harmed, right? Now, I don't necessarily watch, like I don't watch him. Like I watch like when like other people have like live streams of the guy, right? So like for example, I'm not going to use names of who does whatever, right? But whenever people bash on this guy and roast the shit out of him, it's always a grand time. It's like going to Epcot Center. You're just having a great time. Everybody's getting along. We have one common goal, which is to have fun and cut up, right? And it just so happens that that person that we're making fun of, they're getting mad and they want to go after your kids and they want to do all sorts of weird shit, right? But then they cry and wonder why people promote them to do such things like self-delete, right? I don't give a fuck what he calls, like what he says. He says that we're what do you call them? Those trolls, right? Those suicide whatever trolls. Now, again, I'm going to make this point for the third fucking time on like a stream. Everybody that we've trolled is alive, okay? So what's your point? Yeah, okay, maybe we've encouraged them. You've encouraged people. I heard it yesterday. There was a live stream where they played an old recording of your bitch ass, and you told somebody, oh, you know what it was? It was that you're lying and you know it. Kill yourself. Kill yourself. So don't get fucking mad at other people, or bad shit will happen to your family. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck. And he can get all of his little female minions to do shit. Hopefully they don't have husbands and they get attacked and shit and tell people, oh, you're giving this man money. It can get worse. It can get really bad, right? I don't want to pick fights with people. I'm not picking fights with people, but I do want to see that guy dead. He owes us that. He said that he was going to kill himself. He did say that. He said this. Okay, he promised this. He's still alive. All that's the worst thing that's happened to this motherfucker is he lost his channel. Ooh, big deal. That's becoming a daily thing. And you know what I mean? It's a daily thing with this guy. So it's not even a big deal anymore. Hold on. Kill yourself today. Now, let's say he did go and off himself today. Would I feel any remorse? No, I wouldn't feel any remorse. I would say, get the family and let's go get some fucking KFC. I don't give a fuck. Here's the thing. You've been wanting him to pass away. I'm sorry. I didn't notice the. I'm sorry. I just noticed the chat. I'm sorry. Hold on a second. Just let me read that. That comment was pretty good. Let's go here. Now again, Raleigh, I'm not a bad guy because I want that guy to do that. That's me. Now I want to remind you, okay? I want to remind you, Raleigh, of all the things that he's done to you, okay? And now, here's the thing. I don't know if he's called, like, I know that somebody's called your wife. I remember you've mentioned that. I don't know if it was him or if it was somebody else. It's either way, right? It happened, right? Either way, hey, Downrange, how you doing, buddy? I hope you're feeling well, man. You're like the fucking Terminator. Yeah, put this one in here. Yeah, that's a good video. That's a good video. See, I've been wanting him to pass away for like 5 years. It's very persistent. Now, Eli, on the other hand, Eli's still alive, but he's suffering in a hell that you can't even imagine. Eli right now it's like he has a stray animal. And he has to take care of the stray animal who has other animals with it. So his life is over because now he has to pay for this and pay for that. Listen, any sort of money he gets from that coaching business, it's gone. So we can chalk that up as a win. You know what I mean? Like his life is shit. I don't think anybody that's listening to this or anybody who potentially listens to this thinks that he's successful in any way, right? Hey Celia, how you doing? Good morning. I do want to touch. I want to touch on something here. Here we go. What did you say? You've been very, very. You see, I don't waver. And I think there's a few others like me like that. Look, we're not telling the guy actively go out. Well, I guess we are kind of, but he's not listening. So it's basically like going through one ear and out the other. You know what I mean? So it's not even a waste of time. Would anyone really be upset if he likes to? I don't think so. But he's too busy bullying RJ right now. So we'll let them do their thing. My problem is, do I want people to self-harm themselves? I mean, that's difficult. It's really difficult. Like, I mean, I'm not godly or anything, or I'm not like theologian or believe in any sort of higher power. I don't really care. I believe though, if you're nasty to people, and I've been nasty to people too. So I mean, I'm probably fixing to get something myself one day, right? But I'm not going to off myself. No, fuck that. I would never do that, man. I'm you know what I mean? I'm not the one fucking living it. It's not me. He's the one that's going to do all that shit. You know what I mean? He has nothing to live for. He's what, 40 years old? He's 40 years old and he has nothing. He has an apartment and a cat whose tongue has toe fungus on it. So, you know what I mean? Does he want to live like that for another 10 years? Can he do that for another 10 years? Can he stalk women online and harass people online for the next 10 years? Till he's 50? Can he do that? You know what I mean? Something tells me he doesn't eat right. You know what I mean? He don't eat right, so maybe he won't live till 50. He don't smoke, but he does drink a lot. But fuck, you know what I mean? People can drink all day, all night, and they can live up to 90. It's not even a big deal. But he's, eating fucking DoorDash every day, and probably no vitamins and no self-care. You know what I mean? I don't know why James got his pistol out of his bedroom when he really just wants to wear a skirt out of his bedroom. That's a very good I guess observation. He's put himself into a little bit of a hole now, because now he just looks ridiculous, because again, you've promised to do something like that. Now, when people, I know maybe it's a cry for help, but I don't think it was with this guy. I think it was just a cry for donations. You know what I mean? I think that's really what it was, which now makes me even more angry, because I seen that post that he said where he's like, suckers, like, he did sound depressed though. You know what I mean? I'm thinking that if, it's like if the puck went a little bit more, 2 inches to the left, it would have been in the net. You know what I mean? It would have been like that. It's like, wouldas, shouldas, and couldas, right? Now, like, what is he doing? You know what I mean? Like, who does that? Who goes out here? Do you see other YouTubers? Like, I know mental illness is very real, okay? And I'm not making fun of that at all. But I don't think this guy has any mental illness in that like anything like that. He might have a mental illness, but nothing like where it's like a self-harm, or it's I'm not a doctor, so I don't know, but I don't think he's going to do anything to himself. So that's why I feel, and I'm going to stand by this. I say that if you tell him to kill himself, don't feel bad. Don't care. Who cares? It's not a big deal. He's not going to do it anyways. You know what I mean? And if he was really serious about it, he would have done it live. He would have taken a burger, put it in his mouth, and like had onions in the burger, took a gun, and then popped it right in his mouth, so that when he fired it, onion juice and brain matter would go everywhere. I would be aroused, and I would send his mom $20. But he's not going to do that. You know what I mean? He should get barbecue sauce in that burger, so it's like a reddish brown. You know what I mean? Do you feel sorry for him? Made for YouTube drum? I would never feel sorry for that piece of shit. I'm sorry. I would never feel sorry for him. He should seek. Well, he's already burned that bridge, though. You know what I mean? Because he's a scumbag in that community too. They're like, oh, that fucking guy. Oh, you know what I mean? He bites when he sucks dick, so they don't like him, right? He's a nibbler. Sorry. He's a nibbler. I would have really appreciated him and sent him a thank you letter if he would just self-report. See, now that little crybaby is going to make a thing saying those suicide trolls were actually really angry that I didn't do this to myself. When it's par for the course with this guy, because in like 6 months he's going to do the same thing again. Although I don't recall him doing a suicide thing. I mean, before, didn't he say he was pregnant or something? I forgot what his last major trauma was. It was some I don't know. I don't know. I think some black guy impregnated him or some weird shit. Like, he's like, I'm gonna have ass babies. I don't know what he was doing, but I don't know, man. Like, I think this guy's crazy in his head, man. I think he needs some professional help. I think there's something wrong with him. You're gonna talk about suicide and make jokes of it. Like, I'm okay. Maybe I'm making some jokes too, but I'm not the one actively saying I'm gonna do this. I wouldn't. I'm not gonna do that, and I'm not gonna tell the world if I. You know what I mean? Like, if you did that, why are you telling the world? Why? What possible reason do you have? If nobody liked you before, why do you think if you announced it, you think people would suddenly be like, no, stop, put down the gun? You think really people that would have supposedly drove you to do this would say, come into your panel and say, hey, what's his name? Lycan Theories, please stop. Don't do that to yourself. Don't. See, none of us were there at the time. None of us were there, because what we would have said is, make sure you have enough ammunition, because, he might miss on the first one because his hand would be so shaky and he might go behind his head. Okay, it's all good. It's not a big deal. But he didn't do it. He didn't even show that he had the gun in his hand. I can tell you right now that I have something. I don't have anything in my hand. He's saying the same thing. He's saying that he had a weapon in his hand, and he was, or something in his hand, and he was gonna do it. He was gonna. You know what I mean? He was gonna do it. You know what I mean? He was gonna donate. You know what I mean? He was gonna help out his friend. These are all things he was gonna do, but he never did. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Oh, I know it was definitely destined for him. His bald dome fucking it blocked everything. So, you know what I mean? Look who got it. You know what I mean? His bald dome blocked all that cancer and shit. Fucking weirdo. So it's unfortunate, and I don't want anyone to off himself. So here we go. I like this comment. Yeah, see, I don't want anyone to off himself. And I've said that time and time again. I don't want anybody to off himself. What I take severe umbrage with, is with this motherfucker telling people, hey, he's going to do this. He's going to do that. He's going to, you know what I mean? He was vague about it. He just said he had something in his hand. Yeah, reflect exactly. You know what I mean? It's like, like a laser, right? But I think, wait. There was a wellness check? Was there really a wellness check to him? I mean, in this case, I guess there should have been, but was there? I didn't know that. I didn't. I only heard like the 11-minute clip of it. I didn't hear the live. I only heard somebody's like making a video of it. Like I said, the guy loses channels all the time, so I don't know which is which. Like I don't know, but it was obviously a channel mocking him. And wait, I guess I could play it now, can't I? Yeah, I guess I could. Hold on. It was her. I don't know. Sound like a woman, so I don't know. But yeah, it did get taken down. Somebody keeps flagging his channel. And he wonders why people do that to him. If he was like a nice guy, people would leave him alone. But he's a piece of shit. You know what I mean? That's really all it is. He's a piece of shit. If he was a nicer guy, I think some people would probably be like, no, don't do that to yourself. Please don't. We can talk about it, buddy. You know what I mean? Oh, you mean you're glad it got taken down, I think that's what you mean. Look, he doesn't need to be on YouTube. YouTube doesn't want him, okay? There's obviously going to be an active group of people who are flagging the shit out of this guy for whatever reason, right? Like, are they flagging him because he's LGBT? I mean, we need to grow up if that's the case. But if they're flagging him for another reason, that's different. Sorry. I flag every one of his channels. Send the links to his original channels that were taken down and make an argument for circumvention. Yes. Well, I mean, it is what he's doing. He is doing that, right? It's like going somewhere where you're not wanted. Okay. It's like being going to a party and you weren't even invited. Like, he shows up at the door, he somehow gets in. Then somehow somebody's like, wait a minute, that motherfucker's not supposed to be here. They boot his ass out like Uncle Phil, right? And it's becoming a trend. This year alone, how many channels did he last? Like 12, 13, something like that, man. So, yeah, I mean, if he wasn't a big piece of shit, then it would be okay. It would be like, oh, man, what the fuck are they doing to you? But you're a huge piece of shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, fuck him, man. Fuck that guy, man. Yeah, why is he even talking to 13? He's not a dad. Why is he even talking to 13-year-old kids? Why are you doing that? That's weird, buddy. But I'm curious as to what you think. I think he could do OnlyFans. You know what I mean? Like as an incel OnlyFans guy, and they're like, oh man, this guy's life's horrible. Look at him. He sleeps in that nasty room, and he eats just Cheeto dust on his fucking clackety keyboard. You know what I mean? He hasn't bathed in fucking 14 days. You know what I mean? I think that if he went on Kick or something, I think he would be all right. They'd be like, if he changed up his whole fucking shtick, like he's like this alpha male fucking, this is what he comes, where he tries to pass himself off as like a alpha male fucking, success with women type fucking guy. But he's probably never met a woman in a bar. You know what I mean? He's never probably, if anybody wants to come up and chat about this, Earl's Raleigh, Two Fly, basically, I think if he remarketed his whole thing, like he thinks he's an alpha male. He thinks that, like he's, what do you call it? Not Tony Robbins. What do they call those people? Fuck. Is it like not a dating coach, but like he's successful with women? But when you look on YouTube, it looks far from that. Like, it's like, why you got girls calling you small penis? Why you got girls telling you can't fuck? Why you got girls telling you, oh, he can't pleasure me? He can't. It's just like, think about it this way, okay? It's like, and I'm not saying Harvey Weinstein or Weinstein or whatever his name is guilty or innocent, or Bill Cosby for that matter. You guys can make your own assumptions or have your own opinion on it. But if these many people say the same fucking thing, okay, that don't even know each other. So it's like, I mean, with YouTube, it's a little bit more like, people can talk behind the scenes kind of. Well, I guess they can in real life, but you get the idea. Like, you have people telling you the exact same story. Like, yeah, this guy is gay. Like, this guy, he wanted me to finger, you know what I mean? He wanted weird shit. It's going to be believable if maybe more than 5 people start saying this. You know what I mean? If maybe 1 or 2 people say it, then I'd be like, I don't know, man. Like, I mean, I'd probably just laugh at it and be like, yeah, it sounds like Jamie. But if like 10 people were like, I think and realistically like 7, right? Said, oh yeah, he doesn't get an erection he doesn't get an erection when I show him my pussy, or whatever it is, or when he's like, eat that my pussy, he ain't hard, right? Or whatever it is, something's up. And I'm not shaming him for being gay. So for all you LGBT sympathizers out there, I'm not knocking on you guys. You guys are just like everybody else. I don't care. You guys have a right to be miserable just like everybody else. Don't care what you do, right? That's a good picture. I like that one. And if he gets offended by that, hey man, you know what the deal is? You can go kill yourself. I'm sorry. I know it sounds bad, but okay, what am I going to name this file? I'm going to name it Kill Yourself 1. And I'm going to say all this shit because, first of all, let me tell you something right now. If the fucker was serious about killing himself, I wouldn't be doing the stream. But he isn't. He's a fraud. So Kill Yourself 1 is what I'm calling that one. Because let's be really and truly, he ain't going to fucking do anything to himself. Okay? His fat fucking butterball ass. All right, 1 second here. A couple of them I see. All right, here we go. Let me just screenshot another there. Da, 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 da. All right. And this faggot likes to fucking bring kids into this issue. So if we brought parents into it, then we would be the bad ones, right? Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm fucking wrong. That if we brought
A 1-800 fraudbusters person is not in any way unbiased. They release videos going at me in particular for some reason because they're some kind of triggered Karen who has some kind of something against me. I don't know, some kind of chip on their shoulder.
She's pro Granny.
Yeah, well, they've like found clips that were like years in the past and putting them up on their channel about me.
Right, and
who try to like paint me in some kind of bad light when it's like I was dealing with some.
This video is by 1-800 fraudbusters, and this is at the end of it. I don't know.